See if that works. It says we're live, so let's get this thing going. Get the chat up. I'm live there, so let's get that going. Turn the volume down here. I want to hear twice. Oh, good. It's silenced. The chat is on. I can kind of see it there. Okay. So we're on live. So if you're watching this later, you'll see that we've got some new decorations going on. We got some things we want to share. I'm in the chat, but I don't see anybody in the chat. But it also says I'm, what, 3 viewers here, so I'm a little confused. Comic Books NYC, the VIP is here. So I see he's in the chat. I got a few other people coming in. I want to just wait a second. So it was a sweet new comic book day for all of us. We got some cool stuff. Kate found some stuff. Charlie found some stuff, and we're going to share a little bit of what we collected. Before we get going too much, Reggie, dude, so I couldn't help but make some jokes. Reggie posted a classic throwback photo in his like weightlifting glory. Dude, you mentioned looking like the Silver Surfer, and that is a legit fact. Like the Silver Surfer would have been like, damn, wow. So I had to like post some jokes. So it's a great photo. You should go on his Instagram and see it. But my wife is gonna be like, comic book collecting, that's way more interesting now. I'm interested. Tell me more about comic books. I'm fascinated. So that's gonna be the conversation I have later tonight. So I'm on Instagram, I snagged the Superman for All Seasons series, the entire run, the 4 issues. So I wanted to just real quickly share those. If you haven't read that storyline, it's really good. But that was last week's stuff. I just wanted to quickly mention that one. And then, girls, what did we pick up today? Charlie's already reading it. She's fascinated. What did you snag today, Bear?
Honey.
So there's the series of like the Greek myths, and they go character by character. And this is the one on Hermes. And the joke in our family is that Kate is like a little Hermes because she delivers messages for like the gods. These are a fun series for kids to read. Kate, how many of these have you read?
All of them except 3.
So that's a lot of these because there's, how many are there?
Like 12.
Wow. So they're done in like a comic book style, right? The gods of old. And then you get each character in their own kind of storyline. So these are a lot of fun. So of course we had to get Hermes. They were selling that one. Kate spent her own money on that one today. And then Charlie, you got one other in the dollar bin books. What did you find? Bueller will be pumped to see this. Batman Legends of the Dark Knight this is part 2 in a series, Terror. But it's got Catwoman on the cover, right? So we had to snag Catwoman. Now I think Charlie's gonna disappear into her book. We may not get much more out of her. Kate, what did you want to share? What books have you been reading through lately?
Actually, I just read these last night. It's Cyclops, and they have really cool colors and their covers. And we have number 7, we have number 8, and we have number 9.
And do you know a little bit about what this story is about?
A little. It's like Cyclops younger with his dad. And they're like in an alien spaceship, basically. Because
his dad is what's the dad? He's like Corsair or something. He's like one of the
Corsair. That's it.
He's one of the Starjammers.
Yes, Starjammers.
So they're like the space pirates, and so this is like Cyclops joining the pirates, basically. And so you like that series?
Yes, I do.
We have a bunch more at the beginning of that run, right? Like.
Yes, we do. We have number 4 right over there, and 11.
Okay. Yeah, so it's a lot of like space piratey, Cyclops in space kind of stuff. She's been enjoying that run a lot. All right, and then let me share. So I snagged a trade paperback today. Tom would be proud. My first Hellboy anything. I've never read Hellboy, and my local comic book shop owner said, if you're going to start Hellboy, he said, this is a great one to do. It's a bunch of the short stories. He's like, they used to sell like a quarter of this for $20. This whole set was $25. It's really big. It's a heavy set. So I'm excited. It's a bunch of great stories that apparently is going to get me going on Hellboy and really get me psyched on that. So I snagged that today. And I also snagged an old, I missed this last week, and my shop owned it. I had some extras still, and they said it was a really great run. And people told me that it's a really great storyline. I mean, that it starts off really, really well. So I'm going to definitely power that one down. NYC, it was nice for you to stop by. I appreciate you coming in and checking us out. Enjoy your dinner. We're trying to get this in before dinner. So I got the Heroes in Crisis. And then this is stuff that I've been picking up and reading regularly. I hear the new Death of Inhumans really got a good story going. I've loved the last few. So I'm very pumped to get the next one in that storyline. And then I snagged one of these covers that I've loved. I'm really enjoying the Batman storyline with Tom King writing it. So this is the next one, issue 56, drama with Nightwing, and it's nice having Bruce and Dick back together again. No Batwing jokes. These earmuffs. But this is a really good story run, and I really love the variants that they've been doing have been just really knocking that out of the park. And then I snagged, of course, a reader cover, which I do actually like this cover a lot. It's perfect for the storyline that they're doing with little baby Thanos being taken care of by crazy cosmic Ghost Rider. And I was lucky enough to get from my local shop one of the Virgin covers, this crazy, unbelievable Ghost Rider. They had one of these left. I was the last person to get in there and get one of these. So I'm just super pumped to get one of these. It is just lights out. Absolutely lights out. Hulk Nuts, good to see you, man. The Cosmic Ghost Rider is nuts, and I think I enjoy it just because it's so ludicrous. Like, it's just so crazy. It cracks me up. And again, the covers have been really, really spot on. Kate, you had one more that you wanted to share?
I have two more.
Two more.
We have the Rogue series. We have two of them.
I think this was from the late 90s, maybe early 2000s somewhere. Rogue standalone story. So is this what, issue 2? Is that 1?
Yes.
So issues 1 and 2. That's a good storyline. What do you like about that one? Have you read these yet?
No, actually, Charlie was the one who.
Did you like these Rogue books, Charlie? Have you read them yet? Pretty good. If you had to sum it up in one word, how would you describe it?
Fantastic.
Fantastic. Write that down. Charlie says fantastic. All right, and what's your last one, Kate?
Well, you hooked me up with these after the after we were picking out comic books, and you were like, "You should really try these Who's Who books. They're so good."
These are the ones from DC, the Who's Who books, right? Oh, mommy just got home from work. So we're doing these are like the backstory books, right? They tell you a little bit of the life story. So you got this one's the S's. So you got Superman, Swamp Thing,
Starfire,
and then the Marvel version. A bunch of you probably know these.
All these people are dead.
This is the Book of the Dead Marvel Universe. But it's a bunch of those backstory books that, if you want to know a little bit more about Drax, who at this point in the story was not alive anymore.
And Gamora.
Looks like Gamora is dead. This might have been when they were inside of the Soul Gem in the Infinity Gauntlet storyline, right? So have you been enjoying these?
I have been, yes.
We have a bunch of the Universe ones. Do we have a bunch of the Who's Who's?
We have more Who's Who's than Marvel Universe.
Oh, do we?
Ones. Yeah.
So I picked these up when they're $1. They're just fun, like get to know the characters. They're perfect, like backstory books. Is there been a Marvel or a DC one that you thought was a character you read about that was like the best? It may not be in one of these, but is there a character you read about that you just was like, that is cool?
Well, there was a girl that was like basically like Black Widow, but American, not Russian.
Okay.
And she was very cool. She was super cool. She had a cool outfit. It was really cool.
Do you remember what letter she was in? What her name was?
No, I don't.
I'll have to look that one up. It sounds interesting. I don't even know that I know that character.
I actually think she's on the other side of this one.
Oh, is she in a DC book?
Yeah.
She's a DC character?
She is that one.
Okay, I'm going to just show her picture because I don't know who that is. It's the one in the blonde lady way in the background there with the hot pink leggings and the very appropriate top that she's wearing. Quite appropriate. Nailed it. All right. Yes. So Steve Waterman says Rogue is fantastic. So he is agreeing with Charlie on thumbs up on the Rogue indie storyline. So those are the pickups, but there's one book that I got today. Oh, and we snagged a cool new poster. My comic book shop had these. It's a really nice, like thick poster paper. And he was selling a bunch of these for $10. And he had this one, the first Avengers cover. So we're definitely going to find a home for it. But for now, I just grabbed some of my some of my trusty blue painter's tape and stuck that guy up there just for a little fun decoration for the show tonight. So I got that, just $10. But the real pickup for me, and I hope Reggie's still watching because this is awesome, Reggie. I've been talking about Savage Dragon a lot. I'm just a very big fan. He's got a very long history, right? He originally was just called The Dragon in some books that Larson published early in just getting into comic books. But then later on, he joined in this series called Megaton. And his first full appearance is in Megaton number 3. And here it is. You can find these. The print run is incredibly low. And the creasings at the edges. Oop. Of course, my network is getting crummy signal right now. I hope nobody's using the internet right now in a different room because that's going to be hurting my signal here, sadly. Oh my gosh. The absolute worst time for my signal to go down. That stinks. And I'm very sorry about people that are trying to pay attention to this and being stuck with bad internet. Would you go tell your sister if she's on the phone or the internet? That's not a good time for that. And I'm very sorry about that. So this book, again, you can several $100s if you can slab this in a high quality. And I got it for $45. It's the first time that he's called the Savage Dragon, the first full appearance of him as the Savage Dragon. I was just so pumped to go into my comic shop and see this on the wall. He says, my local comic shop owner was like, yeah, I've had it for a while. It's been in the back. I just forgot about it. And I was like, that is coming home with me. I am definitely taking this book home. As you can see, his fin is a little different on his head. The design of the character is very, very different. But they consider this the first full appearance of the Savage Dragon. Now, you can go back earlier. There are some, like, I want to say like $1,000 or several $100 books where he's just the dragon and the first appearance of that character. But I could not believe, I've never seen one of these in the wild. And for $45 for one in this condition, I just could not say no. I'm so pumped I grabbed this book. If you look on Key Collector Comics under Savage Dragon, you'll see all these random little first appearances way before the ones that, like Reggie was talking about, the issue that had J. Scott Campbell's art in it. Way before those image run issues, there's Megaton 2, 3, and 4. 2 is the first cameo appearance. 3 is the full appearance, this one. 4 is the second full appearance. Those are the Savage Dragon's first real appearances. If you go way back further, there's these other books where he's just known as the Dragon. And the print run on those is also just unbelievably low. So I freaked when I saw that. And it was like, yes, that is the book I'm snagging today. So I was just very, very pleased. So we're going to do a quick recap here. For New Comic Book Day, Charlie snagged Hermes and Dark Knight, Legends of the Dark Knight. Kate's been reading some of the Compendium Who's Who's Marvels storylines. These are dollar books. You can get them, and they're a lot of fun. She's also excited to start reading Rogue, which Charlie's been reading. They've both been enjoying the Cyclops series, Boom, boom, boom. Really good stuff. I recently picked up the Superman for All Seasons set. So I got all those. Hulk Nuts just says he ordered a 225 and he opened his last one. Oh no. You opened it? Did your hands melt off? Did they burn with the raw destruction of 225? That's a dangerous one. You got to watch up. Okay. Then for New Comic Book Day today, I got a Hellboy trade. My first, it is the complete short stories. So it's the like individual ones. Yeah, Hulk Nuts, the curiosity on that book will get you. I'm being incredibly strong-willed and not opening it. It's sealed, and it's going to stay sealed as long as my will allows it. I got this great variant Batman 56. I've been really loving that run. I can't stop bragging about it, although I was surprised. I heard somebody say they're done, that they've really not enjoyed it. So clearly it's an opinion thing. I loved Cold Days was the first 3 after the wedding. I've loved these last few. There are Nightwing issues. I've really enjoyed that. I snagged The Death of Inhumans, number 3. That's definitely going to be, 4, sorry, issue 4. Definitely going to be something I'm reading tonight. I heard great things about Heroes in Crisis, so I snagged issue 1. And then I got both covers for the new Cosmic Ghost Rider. One to bag and never open. Never even crack that spine. And one to read, because who doesn't love cute baby Thanos? And this is the time when you get to see Thanos. No, I'm not trying to spoil it, but you get to see what happens when you are raised by the Cosmic Ghost Rider. It doesn't work out well. It's not a good thing. Cosmic Ghost Rider is not a great father figure. So that might be a problem for later on. And then lastly, I snagged this this low print run, early appearance of Savage Dragon. He's got a storied set of first appearances. You can go back and find a lot of these really valuable, rare print runs of when he was just known as the Dragon. This is considered the first appearance, full appearance of the Savage Dragon. And I'm definitely getting this book slabbed. I don't slab books. Reggie knows I'm a raw book kind of guy. I'm going to put together a small set of like modern books to slab, and this book is doing it. I am slabbing this book unless I get it signed by Eric Larson first. Maybe that would be the way to go. What do you guys think? Try to find Eric Larson somewhere. I mean, the guy is awesome, and I'm sure I could. He's really cool. So maybe I just try to get this signed first and then slab it. So I'm going to do my first ever slabbing of books. I've never slabbed books, but I think I'm going to do that just for that book. I've got a few others that I could slab and just have them in slabs. I'm not a big slabber. That's Reggie loves to slab his books, and I respect that completely. I just never have done it. And so it might be a great learning experience for me. Maybe I'll make some videos about how to do it and the process of slabbing, because I've just never done that process. Thomas says, get it signed. Yeah, I mean, I don't often get books signed either. I usually either buy them pre-signed or I just don't bother with it. Reggie says, I'm breaking all the rules. I'm a renegade, Reggie. I'm living on the edge, living the dream. Yeah, I think it's a book that Larson would be pumped to sign. I think he's supposed to be really just nice about it anyways. I've seen, Reggie, I've seen some of your videos on how to pick the right books, how to package the right books. He's got ideas for best ways to get things, cleaned or pressed beforehand, and some really good advice on the subject. But the part that I don't know, Reggie, did you do stuff breaking down like how to navigate the site and the costs and the way that I want to say that might have been part of one of the videos. I can't remember all of it. I remember the logic. He says he was talking about the logic in getting it pressed by CGC so that you're not mailing it as often. So that makes sense to me. And I don't know anybody local that does pressing. I'm sure there might be somebody that you could trust with that kind of thing. So we'll see. Carlito, you're here. Nice to see you, man. So Carlito, this is my big piece of gold for today. Early early Savage Dragon full appearance, and I'm still giddy about it. Honestly, it might end up being. I think I already feel like it's got to be one of my 5 favorite books that I own. It's just that character means that much to me. I really do love that character. So now I've scared both my daughters off. This is the way it usually goes. They're like, Dad's talking. We're going to bounce. Reggie's like, no, you've got your kids with you. That's awesome. That you're willing. No, they get bored with me really quick. Really, really quick. Hulk says CGC does a good pressing service. Awesome. Okay, so then maybe I should go with getting them pressed, and then because I've got a couple others, like I got early Spider-Gwen first appearances and Gambit first appearances that I think are a high enough grade I could get a good press and then slab out of. So maybe I go and get some of those done. I even have an X-Men 94. It's got one color breaking crease in the cover, but the rest of it's in really good shape. So maybe I just get a whole set of books together and do my first, baby steps through trying this out. It's not my usual way, but it might be worth a try. The shirt for today. Shirt for today is another Lost reference. I'm a big fan of that TV show. This is the Black Rock, the pirate ship from the show Lost. If Ryan Sir Sargent watches this later, Comic Tom's buddy, he and I are definitely a little bit crazy about that TV show Lost. So I tend to wear a lot of Lost t-shirts if he's going to be around. That's it for me. Anybody snag anything really good for a new comic book day? Anybody get anything great? I still can't believe my shop had one of these left on the shelf. Like that baffles me that these were not just all gone. Is like I had the best luck on that one. So I'm just really pumped on that. Can't wait till my mouth is fully healed. Get some new vids. Sure. Sorry, Carlito, man. Sorry that you're feeling still so down, but it sounds like you're pushing your way through that recovery, so keep up the good work, right? I'm a rookie comic presser, scared to try any significant books. Hey, Hulk Nuts, I just appreciate that people are learning that trade, and because those are the people that we'll rely on when we need these kind of things, because everybody needs a good person for cleaning and pressing, right? You got three? Carlito got 3 of these? Dude, that's awesome. I think like I said, I think my shop, that was the last one. I don't think any were left. Charlie, are you reading? Charlie's here now. Charlie's going to read all of our things. Thanks, John. It means the world. Hey, Carlito said hi. See? That's the new messages right there. Charlie's in charge of reading. Do you want to go on this side and then you can tell me if anything, what's going on? We're just getting dinner together here. We got free of volleyball practice today. So we had a chance for rain, so they can't. This is California. A chance of rain means we're going to cancel volleyball practice. They're not even going to wait for it. So Carlito says he left 4. You could have gotten 7 of them. That's crazy. I was just glad they had 1 because I can put that one in a bag and not worry about it and then read the other one. All right. Well, I don't want to keep everybody till later. I just set my record. 10 people watching. I have now hit double digits.
Well, I would say 100 was way better. It would be way better, but
Charlie says I need to get to 100.
Yeah.
Do you know how many Comic Tom had?
Probably way more.
Way more. 230 or something.
Yeah.
So I'm not there yet. I'm not a 10th of the way there yet. But double digits, Hulk Nuts, right? I'm just pumped on that. So 10 is like, thank you so much, people, for checking in. I don't do this like Tom's doing this for the hustle. He's making, deals, and it's all kind of like business for him. That's awesome. I'm doing this for the giggles. Like, if this stops being fun, I am out of here. I am only doing this for entertainment. So
I know something that you do for entertainment.
Uh-oh, now you're going to try to make jokes?
Tease Coach Spencer.
So Charlie's comedy hour is about to start. She's going to make jokes about school and about kids. And do you know any really good jokes?
Yeah.
Tell a good joke.
Why?
Because there's an audience. There's 11 people who want to hear a funny joke.
It's my secret. Only you should know.
Oh. What is the one I like a lot is why did the kid cross the playground?
So he get to the other side.
to get to the other slide. Kid jokes, comedy. See, Carlito says, I see John getting to 100 viewers on my live streams soon. Well, that's really, that's high. I would think I'd have to get a better microphone and camera. I think the built-in set on my MacBook Pro probably isn't going to get me there. But hey, I'm just pumped that people want to chat about comics. Reggie always describes this perfectly, and I rip him off every time. The best part about the Instagram and the YouTube channel stuff is comic books is no longer the little chats at the shop and then me enjoying books all by myself. It's this great like social kind of community thing. And talking with you guys and, you know, liking Carlito's posts and being tagged by Hulk Nuts and all that kind of stuff, and it is just entertaining. And it makes this a real fun social sort of event. So that my grabbing books at the shop is a great chance to say, oh, I got that book too, or I read that book, it was hysterical, or it was awful, don't grab any more. It's the best part about this. And Los is saying he agrees the same thing. For me, the first thing I wanted to do when I saw this book was to run home and say, guys, can you believe that I saw one of these in my local comic book shop? That's the best part about this for me. The rest of it is just, you know, enjoying a good book and a good story. But this is basically my book club. You guys are members in my book club. And this is my comic book club. All right, so we're going to go. We're going to eat dinner. Then we're going to wash our hands and read books so that we don't get greasy fingers on our dinner food from our dinner on our books.
Greasy fingers.
Thank you, comic book friends, for stopping by. And this weekend, I want to plug Saturday mornings. So Reggie's doing he's been doing his live stream Saturday night. Bueller's been doing his live streams Friday night. Comic Tom is doing his live streams on Sunday night. My plan is to try to do a regular Saturday morning live stream. And we're going to call it Saturday Morning Comics. The girls are going to share the books that they've been reading, whatever they've been enjoying. They pulled out a big stack of the comics from their collection that they've been reading. And they're just going to go through and share what they like or don't like about the books they're reading. So check in with us for Saturday Morning Comics. We don't have Saturday morning cartoons like we used to. No. We can do Saturday Morning Comics with us if you really want to check in. And for those that have kids, maybe you'll spot some books that you're like, hey, my daughter or my son might like that. So expect to see us after soccer Saturday morning. Are you flashing gang signs now?
Maybe.
It goes like this for peace. All right. Don't be a hater. Don't be a thug life. All right. Thanks, guys. And I hope to see you soon. And Saturday morning, maybe we'll see you. Bye.